everybody. This is Mike with On Point Preparedness. Now, I don't want to seem like an alarmist or anything. I've been on YouTube for about 4 years now, and I've lived through a lot of YouTube policy changes. And with each one of these policy changes, channels tend to get a little skittish, thinking that this is the end, this is where their channel gets banned. Now, there's been a lot of negative things that have happened with these policy changes. There's been mass waves of channel demonetization, which has forced a lot of people off of YouTube. There was the ominous YouTube Red service, which we thought was going to prioritize content that they liked over content that they disliked. But the most recent changes are probably the scariest and the most impactful, paired up with an event that actually happened at YouTube today. So today there was actually a shooting at YouTube headquarters in California. But before I get to that, even before that shooting, YouTube had started to completely ban a lot of channels. Channels with people that I'm friends with, channels where I've watched their videos once or twice, some channels that I'm subscribed to. One of them, John at Run to Christ. For those of you that have been with me for a while, John and I did a live stream, and we worked on some collaborative videos together. In one day, his channel was outright banned. Had no indication that it was coming. 3 strikes in one day, terminated. Another channel, True News, I've watched a couple of their videos in the past, terminated. Now, they have a website, and they were able to write about their termination, and what's really interesting about their story is that YouTube had flagged videos as old as 2014 to take them off the air. They are really digging deep, going into 3-4-year-old videos just to find anything that they can classify as hate speech or controversial or not ad safe, just so they can take you down. And if you know my channel and others like mine, and you think about things that we're talking about with regards to Catholicism and Mystery Babylon, yeah, there's a lot of videos of ours that could result in our channel termination as well. And here's another one, Bombard's Body Language, a very popular channel. Many of us have watched her and her videos regarding a lot of the quote-unquote false flags that have happened and the body language of the people that are being interviewed. She was taken down, but then somehow reinstated in the same month. Perhaps she got a lawyer like Richie from Boston. He was terminated, I believe, twice. But on to what happened today. So again, all those channels that have been banned, that happened before this event today. And this was mere hours ago. This particular article only 38 minutes ago. 1 dead, 4 injured in shooting at YouTube headquarters. And I originally thought when I first saw this headline break on Drudge Report, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be similar to what happened in Washington, D.C. at the Comet Pizzeria. If you remember then, there was the whole Pizzagate scandal, and then a supposed YouTube truther went into the pizzeria with a rifle saying that this place is a harboring place for pedophilia and demanded answers, and then it was broadcasted all over CNN and all those other mainstream media outlets. I thought the same thing was going to happen here. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the same case. They are saying that this is domestic violence. It was actually a woman that went into the YouTube headquarters searching for her boyfriend, but 1 dead, 4 injured. And really, it doesn't have to be a truther that goes into the building and starts shooting. The fact that a shooting occurred at YouTube in under a month from YouTube's declaration that they would start to take down gun channels just gives them more ammunition, no pun intended, right? They're saying, similar to what happened during 9/11, our government said, we will not let terrorists prevail. You will not stop our way of life. I can really foresee YouTube saying, we do not regret our gun policy changes. Look at what has happened to our own headquarters. We stand with our policy of taking down the gun channels. And just as a little side arm of the gun channels, I think the conspiracy truther, Christian truther channels are going to end up riding that wave. So we're all being impacted by this. Now, it really brings us to where are we headed, where are we going? In the past, with YouTube Red coming out, a lot of the demonetization, I have started a Patreon account. I thank you all for your support on that. And we've talked about how we're locatable on our own private websites. But I was talking to David at Round Saturn's Eye, and we agreed that this most recent wave of banning is starting to get pretty intense, that we need to start coming together as a community and get a little bit more organized than we have in the past. And what we're talking about is trying to reach out to some of the largest YouTube truthers and Christian truthers and trying to migrate to one platform, so we're not scattered sheep, that we're all sort of going in a unified way. So David has been in touch with Gons from Face Like the Sun. He's been in contact with Bombard's Body Language. Myself, I'm contacting a lot of the channels that I'm networking with, and we're just going to have a private conversation and see what we can do about this. Can we all be unified and sort of progress to a similar platform, just so content is easily locatable, and again, we're not scattered sheep? So the two alternatives right now are BitChute and DTube. They are both on the blockchain network, which if you've seen my AI video, it's probably not the most ideal thing, but we're just simply buying time here. We know eventually we will be completely taken off. We know that's the way the world is headed, because prophecy will be fulfilled. But we're really not sure, because neither one of these platforms is huge. I mean, you can see here on BitChute, this is their popular section of the videos, and you've got X22 reports. So you can see him here. He's gone over to BitChute, but again, 7 minutes ago, only one view. See a couple here talking about the YouTube shooting as well. But again, a lot of these popular videos are all under 100 views, so it's not a real popular outlet. Same thing with DTube. YouTube has really got its reins on everything, and it's of no surprise. I mean, the entire U.S. economy and all the private institutions are a monopoly. Ever since the 2008 crash, when the smaller companies really didn't have enough capital or cash to preserve themselves, companies like YouTube, companies like Facebook, like vultures coming down, they just picked up all these different technologies and sites and things for pennies on the dollar. And that's going to continue to happen when we have the next crash. It just will be these huge mega corporations, these mega services like Amazon. And so unfortunately, they do have the reins on this. But again, we're speaking to a remnant. We're speaking to a very small group of people. So even though there's not a whole lot of people on these services, again, if we can get a lot of the Christian truthers to progress in one way, we're at least trying to get out critical information about signs of the times and prophecy and ministry all in the same place. So this is just to make you aware of what's going on in the world and maybe how close we are to having a lot of your favorite channels banned. And we're trying to do something about it. So no answers just yet, but wanted to update you that we are definitely having private conversations. We're trying to line up together, and we'll be in touch. This is Mike with On Point Preparedness. God bless everybody.